Are you okay?
I think that'll make the bridge.
Trying to cut the corner a little too soon.
But you didn't make that corners. How you trying to round that table off?
I'm go too fast and do too much.
Okay, guys, if y'all will, put your phone on vibrate. If I have to step out for a minute, I'm expecting a very important phone call, so I might hand over the mouse to Becky and she can press and start. Guys, this is just pretty much a beginner's class, 101, what Boomtown is, how you log on, how it works. A lot of you guys, when I first signed you up, you would have received a welcome email from Boomtown, and you would have set up all your information at that point in time, okay? I go in when you first come into me, and I get you signed up with the email that you've given me, okay, when you first sit down with me, and put in all the information. I also put in the picture that you give me and the bio that you give me. You have the right to go in and change your picture at any time, change your bio at any time, or update any information that needs to be. If you need to change your email address on there, you can do so. If you guys have another website within your another website that you want to direct your traffic to, or direct, whatever, then you can always put that. They'll tell you about what you need to do in here on that. We use this as a contact management system, okay? So what that means is whenever you guys meet with a potential client, or you're at an open house and you get information for someone, you're going to want to add them into this, okay? So this is going to help you keep up with them. It also sets up alerts for that person based off of the certain criteria that is put in to their search. It is updated every 24 hours, so everything that comes out on Real Tracks will be updated. It's not like sending them to Zillow or Trulia or any of those that have outdated information. If you ever get someone that calls you and says, well, I saw on Zillow that this house is on the market for, $289 down, we gotta go see it today, and you look it up on Real Tracks and find out, well, that house sold 3 months ago. Yeah. Tell them, get off Zillow, get off Trulia, do not look on those. Please go to my website. Everyone's website is set up exactly the same way. It is your first and last name, .exitmurfreesboro.com, okay? Becky's should be.
Mine's Becky.exit.
Yeah, and the only reason why we went first and last names is because we're starting to get a lot of people that are coming in with the same names.
Got a lot of Bobs.
So everybody knew, if you haven't been here within the last 2.5 years. What is it again? It is your first and last name. Yours might be, Tori, you've been with us how long?
Just over 2 years, about close to 2.5. I'm right on the. Valerie was here.
I'll have to look up. She probably just put, since you're just the only Tori we've got, there's probably just Tori.exitmurfreesboro.com. But everybody in here, other than the exception of those two, it's going to be your first and last name .exitmurfreesboro.com. That's what you're going to want to put on all your business cards. And that's where you're going to want to drive your traffic to, okay? And we'll get into this. But at any time that you guys need me to stop this, please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll answer them the best that I can. I don't know everything about Boomtown because it does so stinking much that it's really hard. Now, these tutorials, if you want to go back and go over it again, you also have this in your Boomtown, okay? So if it goes too fast or you didn't quite catch it, or you want to do advanced training on it, under the support tab, you will have training modules that you guys can go into and redo it at one time. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. And the only reason why I do these tutorials is because I found that if I left it up to you to just do them, they never got done. Nobody ever logged on, nobody ever did it, and then I was getting a gazillion questions about Boomtown. So this is a mandatory class for everyone to get started on. Has everyone been into Boomtown yet? You haven't. But everybody else in here has been. Okay, perfect. You might want to get set up somewhere different because I might be in your way if you can't see.
Oh, I can see.
Okay. the volume on this, depending on what section I'm in, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. So at one point it might be really loud, and then the next point it might be really low. There's not a whole lot I can do about the low part of it, but just listen and be really quiet.
Hi, I'm Annie Agent, and my agents and I have seen lots of success leveraging the Boomtown platform. As a new user, you're probably thinking, what is Boomtown? And that's a great question. Let me give you a quick overview so you can begin thinking of how Boomtown can work for you. When someone is looking for that perfect home in that perfect neighborhood, or thinking to put their home on the market, you and Boomtown can create an amazing experience for them. Wow, with a beautiful website, large photos, and local content, buyers register to receive personalized updates right in their inbox. While your leads are exploring on your front-end website, the back-end CRM is hard at work and instantly generates profiles for each person and tracks their activity. This will help the agents create a more personalized experience for each lead. As an agent, you are quickly alerted of new leads in the system who are looking to buy or sell in your area. This provides spur-of-the-moment opportunities for your business. Automated marketing keeps agents organized and on top of their to-dos. They also have access to real-time property updates and listing alerts so that the agents can seamlessly send leads the most relevant information. Boomtown has been a great end-to-end solution that attracts buyers and sellers for my team of agents. Explore your on-demand training to learn how all the tools can help you and your agents grow your business.
See, and it's not working because it's closed up.
In this learning plan, we'll cover the most successful practices for managing those leads that you capture on your consumer website. When using a platform like Boomtown to manage your online leads, it's important to understand a few common elements needed to convert online lead types. So let's work together to get a clear picture of what you are. Click next. Click on each one below and you will be provided with a general statement to determine if it's a fact or myth.
Okay, guys, fact or myth? It's all about lead generations. Pick one, fact or myth?
Fact.
What do you got?
The same myth.
Myth?
Yep, you guessed it. This is definitely a myth many people believe. It's true sales is a numbers game, so it seems reasonable to think that your main focus should be generating as many leads as possible. While it's essential to continuously generate leads, the main ingredient to success is lead conversion. Having a follow-up process with a steady stream of communication through calls, texts, and email is how you will actually keep a full pipeline today and 6 months from now.
Second one, fact or myth? Automated electronic responses do not substitute picking up the phone.
Oh, true. Fact.
Many look at real estate as very transactional. While it does require a user transaction at the end of the process, the initial nurture of the lead is all about building a relationship. And there's no better way to do that than picking up the phone and talking to someone. Let your email and other automated touches supplement your calls. Don't allow them to be the only method of communication. So this one is absolutely a fact.
Okay, last one, fact or myth? The majority of leads are junk.
Now, we don't want to mislead you into thinking that all of your leads will register with complete and valid information. However, in the bigger picture, this one is a myth. Don't discount a lead because of a bad phone number when you have a valid email address or vice versa. We have systems to approach both. whether it's a buyer or a seller lead. And also, don't trash a lead because they're not ready to meet with you right away. The leads who will be ready to meet with you and buy a home are few and far between. Nurturing your Boomtown leads is all about building a stronger pipeline for consistent future success. As an agent, it's important to introduce yourself to your leads as soon as possible. One way to do this is to have an updated profile page on your Boomtown front-end website. This profile page will give you an excellent opportunity to cultivate that relationship with the lead. Before we get started, I want to bring your attention to the menu you see here on the left. You will be able to see where you are within the course as you navigate your way through the content. Next to the menu tab on the upper left corner, you'll notice the glossary tab. As you work through these online courses, there may be terms that you're not familiar with. Click on the glossary tab to see if you find a term there with the definition. These terms will be different for each course. Lastly, the resource tab on the upper right-hand corner. This will be accessible at any time during the course and will have valuable resources that will support the information you are learning. Well, I think we're ready to move forward. So click on the next button and let's get started. To update your basic profile information, simply click on the photo icon on the top right corner. Then select My Profile. Now you are ready to introduce yourself. First, let's make sure the email address of your agent's subdomain are visible and correct. This information may already be pre-filled, but it doesn't hurt to double check it. From here, you can upload your professional headshot. Make sure the photo is a high-resolution image and the photo size is 120 pixels wide by 150 pixels high. If you need help adjusting the size, don't hesitate to contact your support team. Remember, this is your first impression with the leads as they look at your profile, so choose your photo wisely. Here, you will be able to adjust your lead list settings. If this section is not available, talk to your broker admin to enable it.
Okay, the only way that's going to be active is if you are paying the $120 to be on the round robin, okay? So the only way that you guys are going to generate leads is by either driving the traffic exactly to your Boomtown, meaning that they've gone on it based off of what information you've given them, they've logged on to it and they've registered with you, or you've manually put them in. You will not receive any leads that are just out there looking on Murfreesboro homes for sale, okay? Unless you pay the $120. So this is always going to be off unless you come to me and say, hey, I want to be put on the round robin and start receiving leads elsewhere.
Can you show me where we are exactly now? I pulled up my account, but I noticed other people are where they need to be, and I'm not, so I wonder if we just look at it real quick. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Everybody where they need to be at on here?
When lead flow setting is set to on, you will actively receive leads via the lead rotation. However, if you're on vacation or away from the house, you'll want to set the lead flow setting to pause. This will tell the system that you are temporarily unavailable to receive leads. Now we get into more personal information. Here is where you'll enter your MLS ID, your name, fax number, and any other phone numbers you may be using.
Now guys, most of the time I go ahead, when I get you signed up for RealTrax, they send me back an email that says that you have logged on and you have paid and you guys have a user ID number. I generally go in there and set that up, but always double check it because sometimes I might miss it. I am human. So if it's not in there, you can log on to your RealTrax and look under your profile and it'll tell you what your MLS number is for them to be able to pull from RealTrax if you have any personal listings, okay? And then we also had an office setting that I automatically put in there too. But 9 times out of 10, I've already got you set up if you have logged on to RealTrax and have paid your RealTrax bill.
And also, any awards and designations can be shared here as well, like Asian Distinction, Top Producer, or Asian of the Year. These are just some examples of what we might see here. When it comes to a professional biography, don't use it as an advertisement. Keep it brief and simple. Use it to tell the history of yourself and your career. You can even include a little snippet of your family if you choose to. Try to keep it to 2 to 3 sentences or paragraphs. From here, you will be able to create your personalized email signature. Use the rich text editor provided to add your name and basic information. For a more personalized touch, you might even want to think about adding your profile picture. Do not copy text from Microsoft Word or Outlook, as this may cause a delay in receiving your email. Also, do not include your email address in your signature. If deleted, click on an email address from your signature. This will create a new email thread, and Boomtown will not be able to track that activity in the system. Once you are finished, click Update Info at the bottom, and now you will see your picture on the upper right-hand corner. Voila! Your profile page is complete.
Okay, something that I want to let you guys know is that each box has its own update information. So whenever you're updating your information, like when you go to each box right here has its own like save and edit thing. Like at the bottom of this, it'll have update changes. So there'll be like 3 separate boxes. So if you're changing something inside one of those boxes, make sure that you scroll to that box and save that update. Because if you scroll down at the very bottom, it's not going to save everything that you've changed throughout.
It's got the
each
little
box.
pencil thing right there. You have to click on that to get into edit each box.
Yes.
Hers doesn't show it, but this.
Yeah, mine is a little bit different than your house because it's the back end.
Mine doesn't show a
That
pencil.
wasn't so bad, right?
Done?
Now you
Mine doesn't
see.
show a pencil either.
Okay. Let me see what yours shows.
So mine's
Mine
got
looks
the,
exactly like that one.
mine's got the pencil in each box, so you can.
Oh yeah,
change
yours
stuff.
is different.
I just got a record store.
Yeah, all you
It
do
doesn't
is
have to
you
work.
just go in
Yeah.
and type in the information. You just put
Oh.
your cursor over what you want to type, backspace, type it in, and then you'll scroll and it'll say, like that one says, should say update info right there. It's so update info on each block.
I don't want to upload my photos.
So do you recommend putting a picture into this little box?
You can. It doesn't matter. It's just they're gonna see your picture when they pull up your website anyhow. And this is what I always tell every single person that comes.
Oh, now
to,
it's there.
Okay.
It's there now.
What I tell every single person that comes to my website, make sure when you register on my website that you scroll and you see my picture. Okay, because that makes me know that you know that you're on the right person's webpage. Okay. Because sometimes they'll just type in exitmurfreesboro.com and it'll pop up and they think that they're on your page and they're not. They've registered on somebody that's on the round robin and they didn't know it. So I always say, guys, make sure when you go to gina.exitmurfreesboro.com, you scroll, you make sure that's my picture before you register. Okay? If it does happen and they don't listen to you and they register, you find out who has it, and then you contact that agent because it should be within our exit office, and have them transfer that lead to you. Okay.
I'll start at your profile page. Are you ready to give it a try? Great. Click on the Let's Practice button.
Okay. So where do you click to get your profile page?
Under your picture.
Picture.
Where?
The top right corner.
Right.
That's where you missed. Yeah. Click on the sections below that will be pre-filled. So each section, again, like we talked about, you can go through and pre-fill it and then update each setting. Okay? What section do you click or to change or to upload your photo. It'll be that middle section where you see your picture at, okay? You can put change photo. Once you hit change photo, make sure you put in a high resolution image. And if you need help adjusting the size, when it says contact your support team, that's not me. Okay? That's don't ask me to do it, because I don't know how. So contact support at Boomtown ROI, okay? So that'll be your support team for that. Okay, what section do you click on to manage your lead flows? That's not applicable to many of you guys in here. And click on the section where you enter your phone numbers that you may be using. Now, a lot of you guys have out-of-state phone numbers, and we've discussed this when we sat down. If you decide, which I highly recommend, you either get you a Google number that's local, or you change your phone number, or you carry two phones. Because with all the robocalls that everyone is getting, if somebody sees a 423, a 312, a 701, you're never going to answer your phone call because you're not local. Okay? So I highly recommend, and it's just better all the way around. Another reason being is because people are going to look at that number and think you're not from here, that you don't know the area, and they don't want to use you.
So what was that you said one more time? You're supposed to do with your phone number?
Either get a local phone number, either get a Google phone number. If you've got a local phone number, then it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't change your phone number in there to something else?
It will. We're going to get to that. But you need a local phone number, okay? So it's all about perception, okay? If you were moving here from out of state and you saw someone had an out of state phone number, you're going to be like, well, they're just as lost as I am because they've got an out of state phone number. So it's perception. So either change your number, get another phone just strictly for business, or set up a Google account that gives you a Google number, okay?
What, like the 800 number?
It'll give you an 800 number, but Google will give you a 615 number. Yes. Okay, which is not an example of awards that should be listed in the highlighted area. Agent of the Year, First Place Pie Baking Contest, Top Producer, Agent of Distinction. Correct. Your leads probably don't care that you can bake a pie.
They might.
They might.
They might.
They might. It's time to do both. Okay. What is a good link for your professional bio? The sky is the limit. Summarize your work experience in 5 words, 2 to 3 sentences, or 1 paragraph, or 150 characters. 2 to 3 sentences, or a paragraph. You got it. 2 to 3 sentences or a paragraph. Why should you not copy and paste from Microsoft Word or Outlook? We think best email signatures are those that are created from scratch. It may cause your emails to not be delivered properly because we said so, because the cool kids aren't doing it.
Because we said so.
It may cause your emails to not be delivered properly. Okay, and why should you not include your email address in your email signature? It doesn't look pretty, it takes up too much space, it takes too much time to add to your signature. This can result in emails not being tracked in the Boomtown system.
D.
Alright, y'all did good on that one.
What are the next steps, you ask? Well, let's get your profile page up and running. Use the Completing Your User Profile Guide to help you get started. Now that your general profile page is complete, let's go over the integration piece for your profile settings. This is going to ensure that you are getting a maximum benefit from the Boomtown website. Click Next to explore the integration options. To get to your integrations setting page, click on your profile in the upper right-hand corner and select Integration. Now, once you get to the integration page, you will see a list of third-party companies that you will be able to partner with. To get started, you really only need to sync your Google Calendar with your Boomtown CRM if you already have a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can always go to google.com and create one. Next, you'll want to establish your Boomtown phone number and set up your text message notifications, as well as create an account with RPR for quick access to the Realtor Property Resource. That's all you really need to do to get started. Click on each one and let me show you how to set these up.
Okay, the reason being is because the rest of these are paid. You have to pay for these other services, okay? I'm not sure about RPM. Do you know, Becky, if RPM costs, it might tell us. If
I
it's-
don't know.
I can't remember. But
I think it does.
the other ones are free.
Google's a system independent from
Yeah, I don't
Boomtown, and an account must be created through them separately in order to utilize the Google Calendar sync feature. If you don't have a Google account, you can go to google.com and create one. Once you have your Google account, you can connect your Boomtown account simply by clicking on your profile in the upper right-hand corner, and then click on Integration. And where you see Google Calendar Sync, click on the Connect button. You'll then want to click on the blue Connect with Google Calendar button to sync your Boomtown account with your Google account.
Have I got that?
You'll then be directed to another page where you are able to select the Google account you want to connect to Boomtown. Once you select your Google account, you will be prompted to allow Boomtown to access the data within your Google account by clicking on the Allow button. Then you'll be brought back to your Boomtown CRM, and a message will display saying that you are now connected to the Google Calendar Sync, which means you can now create to-dos within Boomtown and have them sync to your Google Calendars as events. This only applies to to-dos that are created outside of Smart Trip plans. Any to-dos created within the Smart Trip plan aren't able to be synced to Google calendars at this time. In the event you need to disconnect your Google Calendar from your
Where got that?
No,
What is it?
I must have hit a wrong button. I'm trying to figure out, choose your account. Is that what's right?
That RPR, no,
Yeah,
it's
I do.
not paid.
It's not that.
It's free, yeah, RPR
I'm
is
sorry,
free.
You're okay. It goes a little fast. Again, if you're not catching on right away, you can go into your Boomtown, go under support, and go to training modules, and this will go right back over all of this again for you too.
thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, it should be coming up right now.
She's got it.
All right.
That's
So this
okay.
is
Hey,
the-
it's all new. It is all new. Don't worry about it.
for Boomtown CRM, you'll want to go back to your integration options under your account profile, and then click on the disconnect button. Let's take a look at the Boomtown's number setting page. To get there, go to the integration option from your profile.
Back onto the integration.
And here, where it says Boomtown number, click on the setup button like this.
Got it?
Simply click on the Get My Number button. Then enter your area code here and click the Get My Number button again.
Okay. Everybody put in their phone number. Holler when you got it.
Why does it do that? I mean, why can't we just use our number?
It's because they can't track it. Boomtown can't track it.
Okay, gotcha.
So if I give them the number, then I can enter my phone number in
Yes,
here.
correct. Go to the integrations, go to that setup again, and enter the new phone number. It's gonna come up with a new phone number for you.
Oh.
Okay.
So doesn't that just direct it to your phone,
Yes, it will automatically redirect it to your phone call, to your phone.
This is just your Boomtown number, and that's not your actual number, but that's what's gonna be the system when you go to the phone.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
To be randomly assigned a Boomtown number. Once you select your Boomtown number, it cannot be changed. Next, Use the drop-down to select the number you would like the calls to be forwarded to. If no numbers are listed, please add them to your profile page and then come back here to select it from the drop-down.
Everybody understand? If you get a new number, add it to your profile page, then you'll go to this section and then click that drop-down button and check that number that you want this Boomtown number to go to.
So you would add it at the profile part and not this part, and then you go
Correct.
back here to check it.
Correct, yes.
Now, if a lead calls your Boomtown number, it will be routed to the number you selected in this step. Your team has 1,000 incoming minutes available. Let's set you up so that you can receive text notifications from Boomtown. From here, click on text message notifications. And here you're going to enter your mobile phone number.
Everybody got that? Got the text? This is text notification. And your phone number. What this is gonna do is it's gonna also send you a text message letting you know that someone has registered on your website, and then you'll be able to click on that and it's gonna give you their information.
Use the drop-down to select the carrier you use, and click on the button that says Send Verification Code. This will
Verizon,
initiate a text that you will receive shortly with a 5-digit code. When you receive that text, simply enter the 5-digit code here and click Finish Setup.
Okay, so click on your server, who you go through, AT&T, Verizon, Cricket, whoever's on there. Then it's gonna send you, it should text you a 5-digit number.
Where are you seeing the server? Cause I don't see it in my.
Yeah, mine didn't make me do that.
They make you what?
Select the phone provider. It just had me put my phone number in and then it sent the text message to it with the code.
It should say underneath, should say add your phone number.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not there. It's just phone number and then it says send verification code.
Okay, well then they might not need you to. Just go ahead and click on send verification code and see if anybody got it.
Yeah, it did. It worked. I did.
Okay, alright, well that's fine. As long as you got that verification code, then you're gonna put that verification code down here in that box. Everybody holler when you're done.
Okay, so that's your phone number.
Yours is gonna be a little bit different because you're working from your phone and not a laptop, so it's gonna be a little bit harder. So I've been locked up.
Cloud, so everything's black.
That's alright. Again, even once you get it up and running, you can always go back to this on your own.
Is there a Boomtown like phone app?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to that too. Maybe if we have enough time to go.
If not, I'm happy with it.
After clicking the Finish Setup button, these options will appear. The check mark will already be next to all of these, indicating that you will receive notifications for all of them. But you can determine which notifications you'd like to receive by checking or unchecking these boxes. And then click Finish Setup at the bottom.
So you guys can decide on if you want to receive all 4, all 2, all 1, whatever you want to do in order to make sure you don't miss leads. I would suggest checking every box you've got available.
I've tried to do that like 3 times already, and every time it keeps the last box that says, send me a text message notification when new texts are sent to my Boomtown number, it unchecks it. I check it, get the verification, try to update it, and it
You
comes
might want to
back.
call the support system,
I only have 1 box.
because you're on the phone. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit different. But again, that's okay. Once you get back into your stuff, you can always go back through here again on the support and go to training manuals and you can walk back through it again. Phones are just a little bit different. It's not meant for phones for the original setup. It's meant for a desktop or a laptop at that point. Yeah, we'll have to contact the support. It could be how I've got you in there. Has everybody else been able to check off 4 boxes?
It's just checked for me
Mine was
automatically.
already checked.
Mine too.
And yours is not. Yeah, you'll have to contact support about that one.
Maybe, can you refresh your screen at the top? Maybe it's just.
And it won't let me enable text message, but you know, when I get a lead, it automatically comes through.
No, then don't worry about it.
So, I mean,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And now your mobile settings have been saved and you are ready to receive text notifications. Access comprehensive property reports with just one click without having to navigate to another
Okay,
website.
guys, this is free. The RPM is free.
RPR.
RPR is free.
You do have to go in and sign up for it though.
Yeah.
Click on the RPR button, and it brings you to their website where you can log in and get started. It's as simple as that.
And guys, I'm gonna let you do that on your own, okay? That'll take up too much time, but you can go back to the RPR and log into it.
It's not what, it doesn't have a button at the bottom for me to get in, unless we go back to the top. Okay.
What's the RPR really quick?
It's a realtor property resource. It resources through realtor.com and other resources for you to be able to, for them to be able to pull from.
It's a great tool for doing comps.
Yeah.
Really good one.
So you can go there and set it up later. It's two times.
Okay.
You can find.
Let's take a look at the integrations page. So let's click on your profile picture in the upper right hand corner and click on integrations. Consider partnering your Boomtown CRM with the additional third-party tools seen here for a more powerful workflow. If you do choose to integrate with one or all of these third parties, because they're all independent from Boomtown, you will need to purchase and set up an account with the ones you are interested in first. Once you've established an account, you can then come back here to the integrations page and integrate them with your Boomtown CRM. Then sit back and watch the magic happen. For more information on how to integrate the additional third-party systems with your Boomtown CRM, go to the resource tab here and click on the integrating third-party tools link to get you to that course to learn more.
Again, I highly suggest, hold off, let's do all the free stuff first before you start integrating things that you're gonna need to pay for, okay?
So do you
As you
do
can
it
see, it's
with
really
Dotloop?
simple.
You can integrate it with Dotloop, but I don't know how that works yet.
I haven't done it.
I heard the,
And
thinking
I think it makes more of a mess.
yeah, that's
Than
what
anything else.
Ed said yesterday, it kind of doesn't pull everything over.
Yeah, cause she says she can connect it with Promo Shop, but she doesn't because it.
Yeah, I think it kind of picks and does its own auto population. So I don't think I'd muddy the waters with doing it, even though it can do it. It doesn't make your job easier, it makes it harder.
Okay, then never mind.
She might not get on.
Forget it.
Now that you started to complete your profile page and consider connecting with
Yes, of course.
This option will allow you to set up automatic listing alerts as well as invitations to leads automatically imported into Boomtown. Click next so we can explore these options together.
Okay, guys, this is what I was talking about earlier about your lead email settings. We'll get into this on how you can set up. If you've got a client who's not like really tech savvy and they're like, well, I don't really know how to go in and register and do all that stuff, you guys can go in and register them to do that and to receive what we call e-alerts, which means that they'll be alerted any time that a new listing that comes in their search criteria pops up from Real Tracks. It's been entered in, okay? So we're gonna start from the beginning on this. Is everybody caught up and know where we're at? I think everybody's signed in.
So we're at lead email, so.
Yes, we're at the lead email setups. Everybody got where it's at? Janice, you're good on that?
Here, no. Yes, thank goodness, even my friend.
Okay, you're all right.
From your profile picture on the upper right hand corner, select lead email. As long as your broker admin has enabled automatic e-alerts for your team, you will be able to change these buttons. If you would like to turn on an e-alert for either type of leads listed here, Boomtown will generate an e-alert criteria such as location and price range using an algorithm that tracks the lead search behavior. After a period of 18 hours, the first e-alert will be sent and set at a default frequency of daily. If no listings or price reductions are available for that criteria set, an e-alert will not be sent for that day. If you find an e-alert setting needs to be changed for any lead, you are always able to edit that from the lead's profile. Now, you get to decide if you want to send an automated invitation to create an account on your website for your import leads. Our auto import tool allows leads from our supported online sources to be automatically imported into your Boomtown account. If you would like these leads to be automatically sent an invitation to create an account on your Boomtown front-end website, select Yes here. Instead of sending a generic system-generated welcome letter to your leads, use the template text feature in this section to allow you to customize your welcome letters. This will create a more personalized experience for your leads. What a great way to convert more leads by attaching a video to your email. Sign up by clicking on the free trial link here. You will then be directed to the BombBomb website. After signing up, you will be issued an API key. Simply copy and paste it in this box here and click Save. If you already have an account, you can simply click on this link here to retrieve your API key.
Now, most of you guys probably don't have that. So, again, it's something, it's just another added expense I wouldn't buy into yet. Let's wait, let's get to know how Boomtown works. Let's use what we can right now before you start setting up additional stuff in there, just like the other few little items that we looked at before, okay? It is a pretty neat feature, but it's not necessary right at this moment.
Profile guide. This tool is to ensure that you are set up with the necessary features to maximize the benefits of your profile page. And remember, if you have any questions during this process, don't hesitate to reach out to your support services team at the email address you see here.
Remember, who's your support service team?
You.
Not me.
All day. Come
Unless
on,
you
Jay.
need-
Too bad, it's
Unless you need your password reset, I don't know that I can help you. I'll try, but.
Now I'd like to show you how to link your social media sites to your profile page on your Boomtown front-end website. You can include your personal or business Facebook links, Twitter feeds, LinkedIn profile, or other social media sites. Click Next and let me show you how this is done.
Okay, before we get started on that one, some of you probably did not attend, because some of you are new, Greg's Facebook. Okay, we'll do another one, but please make sure that you guys set up your own business account, Facebook page. Do not advertise on your personal page. Use your business page always to set up, okay, on Facebook. So when you're linking your Boomtown to your Facebook, make sure it's your business page, okay? And also, the Facebook page that we send out, that's an invite for all of you guys to join, that says the Exit Bob Lammies, that is not for clients, okay? That is just for us, okay? Sometimes I've had some agents that have accidentally thought they were sending it to their personal and sent it to me, and I got over 500 e-bites, and I'm like, what? So, only the Exit Bob Lammies is for us, but your own personal business page that you set up is for people for you to invite to like your page, okay, and to follow you.
From your profile picture at the upper right-hand corner, select Social Media Settings. So this page will allow you to add any of your social media links to your profile page on your Boomtown front-end website. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or any other social.
So if you don't have a business Facebook page set up, don't link it right now. You can go back to the integration again and look for social media. The integration, remember, underneath your picture, it'll be my profile, then integration, go to integration, then once you hit integration, it'll say social media, then you can put in your link to your Facebook.
Media sites you see here. Let's use Facebook as an example. So this is our training Facebook page. So you will go ahead and open up your personal or business Facebook page, and you'll copy the URL here at the top, and then go back to your social media settings and paste it in the Facebook area like this. You can continue this process for any of the other social media sites you'd like to add. And when you're done, go ahead and click Update Info at the bottom. After completing your social media settings,
Would you rewind that?
sure. Yes, I'll tap that to change the button.
She's copying this Facebook.com
You
username.
can continue this process for any of the other social.
Yeah, what she's doing is when you get to your Facebook login, your business Facebook login, in the URL section, there's going to be a specific URL. You just highlight that, copy, and paste it into that block.
Social media sites you'd like to add. And when you're done, go ahead and click Update Info at the bottom. After completing your social media settings, you will be able to see those links here on your Boomtown front-end website. And when the lead clicks on those icons, it will bring them directly to your social media page. Before you get started with familiarizing yourself with all that Boomtown has to offer, take a few minutes to complete your profile page. Be sure to sign up and connect with the companies we integrate with, and make sure that your lead email settings are set, as well as link all your social media pages to your profile. This will ensure that you are set up with all the necessary features to maximize the benefit of your profile page. And remember, if you have any questions during this process, don't hesitate to reach out to your support services team at the email address you see here. You also have the Completing Your Profile Guide here in the Resource tab to help you out along the way.
Is everybody caught up? Everybody kind of understanding, clear as mud? It gets easier. It's just the front end of setting everything up so that everything starts working smoothly. Once you have it set up, you should never have to touch it again unless you change your email address or you change your phone number or something happens,
Can
okay?
I ask you to come and look at this real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Can't remember them Facebook.
Because I do have my, Facebook, where is this? Like it says, I have got it all set up.
Did y'all get one of these?
I did not.
No one gets y'all see.
Okay. Put it on my tab.
Okay.
Just take it right underneath.
Did you have one?
I have one, yes.
Put it
Thank
on
you.
my tab.
I don't know if maybe.
Hey, don't tell him that, he will. Don't tell him that.
Put it on Becky's tab.
No, don't say that either.
No, Lucky's tab. Put it on Lucky's.
There you go.
There we go.
Wow, that's great.
I have one, thank you, sir.
Oh, this is beautiful. And mine is, I've used mine for like 10 years.
So I have one of these.
Gina was for him, but I wouldn't get it.
I was.
Oh, there you go.
They're very nice. Yay. See my old one.
I don't think so. I don't know. Becky might be able to help you on that.
What?
All right, I'm putting up Amber Brasier on the sign out there, top Asian for July. I will expect each of y'all to be up there at some point.
Well, my name's next.
I'm working on it.
I'm
I'll
working
be
on it.
here, but at some point in the next year, I expect y'all to be up there.
That'd be nice.
It's funny, when I put Greg Goff up there, his name has so many G's, I can't put top agent. Because I don't have enough G's, I have to put top producer.
That's one.
Did you find her highlighted?
Y'all
I
have
didn't
fun.
see her URL on there. Everybody else got their URL set up? Yeah, you can redo it, but at least it'll be like, oh, yeah, you'll click through it. Fast forward. Yeah, in the kitchen. Oh, sorry.
Do you want me to send you an email about it?
You did or did not?
Not yet.
Okay, Yeah, I might have to try to re-add you on again.
Yeah,
When did I
because you
sit
said
down with you?
Monday, so you said it'd be like 24 hours.
Yeah, it should have been.
Okay.
I'll come see you right after this, and I'll
will.
re-request it
Okay.
again. And I had to do that with somebody else too, that it didn't submit it to me, so yeah, just,
Drop down and it's got pages, but yours just.
yeah, I didn't see where you are.
Groups, just check groups. No. Are you not on Lanny's? See, it's not even showing you a group.
What is Landis? Said it did.
You're already on there. And, it is a Facebook page that we call ourselves Lanny's because of Bob Lamb. So we're little Lanny's. It is a Facebook page that only the agents inside the office are on. So if you have any questions, you can't get a hold of your Bob or something, or you've got a client that's in search of a home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, under 250, you can just kind of talk to some of the other agents about any questions you have. Hey, does anybody have a roofer? I need someone to come out ASAP. People will give you, information up to speed. So.
Yeah, I think that's right. Sure, yes.
Yay.
Hopefully that's right.
Oh, nice. Is Bob giving this to us?
Yes.
Yes, isn't it nice?
That's nice.
I loved it.
I can never remember my Facebook password.
Sorry, Jada. Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
Okay, all right, guys.
They should have sent you an email. You should repay that.
All right, so we got through the first introductory, I believe.
You would have joined us in time, I would have, so this is
Before we explore your Boomtown front-end website, let's
So I tried to tell you guys.
it's important to understand up-to-date trends on how people search for homes and the steps they take in the process. We'll start by taking a look at a few points from the most recent NAR Homebuyer Profile Study. This highlights what specific actions homebuyers are taking in today's market. What we're looking at here is a profile of common homebuyer. As you can see, over 90% of homebuyers use the internet as a resource during their home search process. The good news for you is almost the same percentage of homebuyers also rely on agents as a trusted resource. You'll also notice additional resources your homebuyers are using, like yard sales, open houses, newspapers, and magazines. But with such a large percentage of people using websites to search for homes, you want to provide a valuable source for them. And this is where being a Boomtown user gives you the ultimate advantage. Our sites are designed to provide the best online experience, along with helping you to capture the 90% of people searching for their future homes online. What's the first step people make when going through the home buying process? Well, as you can see here in the NAR report, the majority of people begin their property search online. Online searches far surpass contacting an agent as the first step in buying a home. Potential property buyers know everything is at their fingertips, so it's up to you to get them to your site instead of your competitors. When reaching out to your newly registered leads, remember they may be at the very beginning of the process. If you have managed online leads before, you understand their life cycle is usually longer than your traditional prospects and clients. It's not unusual for them to register on your site and still be 6 to 24 months away from meeting an agent. Keep in mind, it will take time and effort to build trust with your company before they even reach out to you. In the beginning of your Boomtown lead lifecycle, create a focus around showcasing valuable features like the safe searches or e-alerts, just to make your search process easier. With these trends, you can further understand what it's like to put yourself in the shoes of a modern home buyer. Their needs may vary and their dream home is much different, but the Boomtown customer site is built with features and tools to help every online consumer. This website is a valuable tool used to build loyalty and trust in your brand with your visitors. Together, helpful explore your customer website to fully understand what your leads are experiencing when they're searching for their dream property. You're probably wondering, why do I have to know the ins and outs of our customer website? Well, as an agent representing your site, you should be the expert your leads turn to with questions about their property search. Click next and let's start exploring.
Everybody got everything set up. Now we're learning how to work the system, okay? It's gonna probably, I believe this goes over kind of what you guys are gonna need to know what your clients are looking at so that you can help them walk through their web page, okay? Because yours is gonna look a little bit different, just like mine looks different from your guys'. Theirs is gonna look a little bit different too. What I say you do is go in and create a dummy account for yourself. And then that way you can see what's happening on that. You can see the front end and the back end, okay?
So where are we at on our screen?
Huh?
Where are we at on our screen?
You're nowhere on your screen right
Okay,
now.
okay. I'm nowhere.
That's good.
Let's start by looking at your homepage. You'll find a power search bar across the middle of your website that provides one
Okay, this is where we're gonna be at. Log into your account. Or just go to my home or homepage or something, it should say. Does it say Becky on there?
Oh, sorry, what?
No, that's okay. For you to get into your front end page.
If you click on your screen, it says open all up, so.
I'm on my leads page anyway.
Okay, where is?
One right here, it says open all up.
Okay, underneath your picture, underneath integration, social media, it'll say open up my website. That's where we're at. Yeah, yours will get set up today, so.
I'll do all these videos at home.
Okay.
I'm that person.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. The more you watch it, the better you are, you know.
In order to capture your leads for your database, there are several places where we prompt your visitors to register throughout the journey on your website. So let's take a look and see where these will pop up.
Okay. Where it said on here that it'll give several prompters for them to register on your website. Because Boomtown is a teaser website, it'll only allow them to look at so many pictures or so much information before that little pop-up blocker window comes up and says, please register. Have you ever gone on trying to look for a car or another house, and that dreaded little pop-up block thing says, please register, and then you try to exit out and try and go to another website, you get the same thing. Well, this is a teaser website, it's gonna do the same thing, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. Let them know, hey guys, you can go, you're free to go on there and look, but you're gonna get a registration pop-up window. Please make sure that you register with your correct information so that I can get in there and be able to see what you're looking for and I can communicate with you.
And that's how it gets into your database?
Yes, because they'll go in and register if you didn't do it for them. Say you met them at an open house.
See, I just tried to look at some and it's gonna make me register.
So,
Even us.
it
does us that way.
Yeah, and so it will, I'm sorry, what was that? What you asked?
Sorry.
That's how it'll go into the database.
Yeah, unless you're on an open house and you get all the information for someone and you say, you know what, let me go in to the website and I'll go ahead and register you guys based off the information that you've given me. And it'll set up some alerts for you guys whenever there's something that's in your price range or whatever, and you can communicate via email through that if you want to, and we can set up showings, and you can save favorite pictures to, whichever ones you're liking the best, you can save it with a little heart, you'll say favorites. So that way I've got a bird's eye view of what you're really looking for, and I can look at these homes and get a better idea of what you're really looking for.
So when they're going to register, they're going under, you're giving them your business card and it's under it's on your business
Yes.
card? Okay.
Yes, it'll be, I don't know if yours was Deborah or Debbie.
Debbie,
Okay.
X at Murphy's.
Okay, all right, yes, that's what they'll, yeah, that's what they'll go to. You can go under my profile and see. It'll be under my profile, it'll tell you what your website address is.
Because in there it was my last name too, and on my business card, I didn't put it that way, and
Okay, well then you
I
can
couldn't
change it.
get to it and changed it, now I can get to it.
Good,
Because I had too many people, like, go on and register. And
that's
look.
perfect, that's fine, absolutely fine. Cause I don't have another Debbie in here. Okay. I'm Gina and then there's a Jenna, who spells it completely wrong. She's supposed to be, hers is Virginia, but she goes by Jenna, but it's spelled the same as Gina. So, hers is Jenna Smith, and mine's just Gina. So that's perfectly fine. You have a question?
I think she answered it. So we make our own website, and then our clients will go under our website and create their own, or they'll just create their own and attach it to us.
No, I already set up your website, okay? And I've set up your web domain, okay? So that they'll go to whatever your name is, first and last name, .xmurfsboro.com. They're gonna scroll, make sure they see your beautiful smile, and then it's gonna ask them to register, and then they'll register, okay? Once they've registered, that person is yours. So even if they forget everything and they go back in to log into exitmurfsboro.com, it won't let them re-register under anybody else. Okay, it stops that.
And this is where, if I'm following you correctly, this is where you said make sure that you tell them, see my picture before you register.
They scroll down.
So they won't register to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. I always tell them that because it's, it's not like you're gonna lose that lead, but if they register on someone's on a round robin, they're gonna get a phone call, say from the Tabor team, and they're gonna be like, hey, you just registered on our website, we just called to see, well, I'm working with Debbie, and, so then it just becomes a hassle, because then they'll either have to call you, or you'll have to call them, and then it has to get transferred, and if they don't have authority to transfer it, then I gotta transfer it, and it just becomes a huge mess.
It's a lot of.
So, let's just do it up front, make sure you see my beautiful face, and then that's what you'll register on, okay?
We are going to go ahead and click on your home link at the top here. And in the power search bar, you can type in any city, neighborhood, or school district to perform a quick search. We'll just type in a zip code.
Okay, this is what your buyers are going to be seeing, okay? So they can type in any city, county, neighborhoods. I mean, it's got it down. You can, it'll give them where they can do school districts. I mean, it'll really have a good setup for them. But in the meantime, at the beginning of that little tab up there, they'll just need to click in what county or city that they're looking at.
So does this pull from the MLS?
Yes, it does, directly from the MLS, and it's updated every 24 hours, so it is current information. Actually, it updates sooner than that. I think it's like every hour now, maybe, or something.
I'm gonna say mine right here in the corner says updated 63 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah,
I did the search.
I think
Every
it's
couple
doing now,
hours.
before it used to be every 24 hours, now I think because everything's changing so quickly, it's updated maybe every hour, so they're getting the newest leads, the newest homes that are coming out on the market, so you're not sitting behind your computer like we used to have to do and look all day long, every day at the hot sheet, seeing what's new that's just come out on the market, okay? The computer does it for you, but your clients think that you're doing it.
We'll sign into a test account to demonstrate the benefits of creating an account on your customer site. But notice every time the user visits the site, their registration will allow them to view any property searches with full details within the site, and no further registration requests will appear.
Okay.
You can see an account.
Make sure that you tell people, because this is inevitably this will happen. The wife will be on there and she'll go on and she'll register, she'll type in her email address and her password and go about her business and do whatever. The husband will decide that he wants to do the same thing, so then you got two different email addresses. He didn't realize, because he wasn't listening, that he needed to also scroll and see your picture and register. Or they've just forgotten their account, okay? Once they're logged in, they're logged in. They'll either have to create a new email address to get back into your page, or try to find their old website, their old thing. So I always tell them also, now guys, once you register, please make sure that you write down the email address that you used and the password that you used to get back into the system, okay? Because it might not automatically remember you if you don't check that box to say keep me signed in, okay? So please, because tell them there's no way for me to know what your password is or what you used, okay? I can only see who registered and what email you registered with.
And the system won't give them a chance to redo their password.
I don't believe
It won't
it
send them
does.
a,
There's no like forgot password option.
yeah, there's not that
There,
option.
I don't know if there is or not, you have to play with it and
That's
see,
what-
but
that's
I'm
what
not
we'll
for
do.
sure, but just tell them up front. Just please write it down, because there's no way for me to know, and I can't reset it in the system, okay?
So would it be better that they just do the one email then?
Yes.
Okay.
I always say do one email so that one of you gets the email alerts and share the account on this.
Has been created because it greets me here. And when the clients click on their name, the information they use to create the account will show here. These are a few additional resources that you can point your clients to based on their needs and their preferences. Remember, we want to make their search experience as easy as possible. Clicking on Our Listing tab will display our company or team lead of agents' current listing. Direct users to this page to quickly highlight the listings your company currently has on the market. Although you may not be an administrative user for the blog page on your company's website, you can still refer your leads to this page. The information on your blog may be very helpful for a specific transaction or a property search. You can also refer leads to your resource tab for valuable information about home buying process, the best approach to securing finance, or what to expect from your agent. A content editor must add content to this page. However, if you find yourself sending the same type of information over and over again, creating content that answers common questions on your resource page will save you time in the long run. Plus, it's another great way to direct people back to your website. If you have leads who aren't familiar with neighborhoods in your area, point them to the guide pages at the bottom of your website right here. This will help them give an overview of specific neighborhoods and areas of town. This guide page can especially come in handy for visitors who are relocating to your area. That's it for the overview of your customer front-end website. Again, be sure to check out the resource tab for more helpful information. If your Boomtown front-end website is already live, go explore around the site. The more familiar you are with the features, the better prepared you will be to provide an amazing search experience for your visitors.
Next module.
No, just next.
Yeah.
Next module. And then start over.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. It's probably the internet. All of us on it.
Boomtown provides a company website for your team that will generate traffic and leads based on various marketing efforts your broker admin utilizes. These can range from Google AdWords to Facebook ads, leads from other websites like Zillow and more. In addition to your company website, Boomtown also provides you with your very own agent website. Let's click next so that we can explore your agent website and how you can utilize it to maximize your business opportunities. In this course, I will show you the subtle differences between your company website and your agent website. You're also going to walk away with some ideas to get started promoting your agent website so that you can build your own database. And lastly, I'll show you how to post on Facebook. Click next and let's get started.
You might need a potty break before we get started on this. Why don't we take a 3-minute break, everybody go potty, and then we'll. That way nobody misses stuff.
Right? All the way, I think it's going that way, but it's all the way to the
It's supposed to rain.
client that sent me, has a chance to look at it. I pulled it up on this. What's that?
Because they're stupid and they don't know what they're doing. The facilitator should have been 0. Okay, facilitator is whenever the listing agent has both sides, and you don't normally share what you're gonna get on both sides with the public. So it's just an agent that doesn't know what they're doing. So what should happen would be the buyer broker should just be 3%, sub-agency is always 0, and facilitator should always be 0.
That's what I thought.
Because what she's doing is she's offering 5% if you become a facilitator, and that's not how you put it in MLS. It should be 0 sub-agency, 3% for cooperating broker, and 0% for the, facilitator, because that's personal information on your side.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
this
just
is
agents
the
that
first
don't
time
know
I've ever
what
seen that. I'm like,
I've seen it.
I think I actually
It's a
put
fine.
3% on facilitator.
Don't, because you're offering the other agent 3%. Don't do it. It's 0. It's 0 sub-agency, 0 facilitator, and.
I knew sub-agency was, but.
And, yeah,
Okay.
and then 3% or whatever
I
you're
probably
doing,
messed
because
that up.
facilitator is for you. You're the facilitator. If you've got a
Okay.
listing and you get a buyer, you're.
That's what I should have done, but then my phone
And,
died.
yeah, so it'll happen. I mean, you'll see.
I didn't know what he was gonna say. If I would have known what he was gonna say, because you never know what he's gonna say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did you get that situation resolved?
Well, no, but yes.
Okay.
I got him to sign a piece of paper saying that I'm allowed to board them up. And, they bought as is, where is, and they don't care.
Good.
So it's not gonna mess me up if she don't do what she's supposed to do.
Hey, there's a house in Wartrace for 1099. Is that too far for no money? For money, daddy money.
I gotta know money.
Yeah.
$100,000.
Well, hey, I mean, they're out there, they're far and few between, but you
But
might
hey,
be able
I'm
to
willing
find.
to
It's
help
only
him.
2 bedroom, but.
I'm sure there's a shack somewhere with a
Well,
two-bedroom and a whole
he-
for a bathroom.
He has no money and he has no down payment, no closing costs, no nothing. He wants 100% loan for everything. I'm like,
Well, I mean, RD, but.
do you think Fortrice would be USDA?
It just depends on where it's at, but probably so. They freeze.
Oh, wait, here's 100,000
They
in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it-
something's wrong with that.
Okay, I think everybody's back. Let's get back to this.
There's several in
Say
Columbia.
that for me, sis.
There's several in Columbia.
Oh. He wants to live in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
For 100,000.
No, I don't know.
USDA. No money down.
I got a nice box off them.
Let's start by taking a look at the differences between your agent website and your company website. Not sure what your agent website URL is? You can find your personal URL by navigating to your profile. So let's click on your picture on the upper right-hand corner and scroll down to agent subdomain section here. Your URL will already be predetermined and displayed here. And by clicking on the view link, you'll be taken directly to your agent website.
Now, that's also something that you can do if you want to send a new client directly to your website. You can go to my profile, scroll down to this area right here, highlight that area, copy and paste it into an email format. Then it'll send them directly to your website, and then they can go from there and register. Okay?
And that takes them to the homepage where it said exit with the.
It should, yes, and it should take them directly to you in your bio and your picture.
So you're talking about under the personal website, you would copy that or highlight that and then send it, is that what you're talking? Okay. I was just trying to look, mine looks different than yours.
It will, because this is just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this is your agent website. You'll notice it has the same look and feel as the company website, and all the same search functionalities is the same as well. First, you'll notice a slight difference in the URL address. Although it's subtle, it makes a huge difference in whether the lead navigates to your company website or to your agent website. Why is this huge, you might ask? Well, the main difference is the lead assignment. The leads coming to your company website will be distributed through a lead rotation for your team that's determined by your broker admin user. However, leads that visit your agent website will become your lead, skipping the team lead rotation altogether. Another key difference is on the agent page. On your company's website under the agent tab, all agents on the team are displayed. However, on your agent website, you are the only agent showcased. And lastly, if a visitor is on your agent website and fills out any of these contact forms here, you guessed it, they automatically become your lead. You can leverage promotional efforts to bring additional leads to your own agent website. Not sure how to drive traffic to your own agent website? Well, the answer is simple. Word of mouth, share with family and friends, add it to your email signature, and include it on your business cards. Share with anyone you feel like can use it as a home search tool. Are you big into digital marketing? You can even promote it on Facebook or other social media accounts. Increasing your presence online is a great way to get more brand exposure in addition to the benefits of generating more leads.
Again, you guys, everyone that's in here, I sometimes forget to do this, and I apologize, but I try to remember when I'm doing these classes. When you first sign on with us, everyone is given 25 note cards, an introduction stating that, so that you can send out to potential clients or sphere of influence, telling them, hey, I've started a career in real estate, blah, 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 whatever. It's already a pre-printed card, okay? So you guys get 25 of those for free. Put your business card in it. You can write your web address in there, tell them to log on there, whatever, however you want to use that, but that's another way that you guys can get out there. But you're given 25 free note cards. Don't see me, see Lily. She's got those, okay? After that, then there's a charge if you want additional ones, okay? We ordered more because we were running low. They should have come in. If not, then we might just be able to only give 10 out right now and just let Lily know, hey, you only 15, whatever. But Lily's responsible for giving those out. We also have just plain blank ones. If you guys ever want to just purchase plain blank ones, we also have those too. Okay?
So can I ask you a question about my website? It says the sponsoring leader, and it's got a person already on there, Justin Tanner.
Yes, you will disable that. Because that is a lender, and you're not associated with any lenders.
Right.
Okay, you're not getting any leads for him. It'll automatically default to a lender. So when we get to that point, we'll get. Otherwise, make sure, guys, when you scroll down on your profile page, at the bottom it's gonna say lender or sponsored or whatever. Click none, or what's it say? What's the option? There's a few lenders that are down there, Belinda Arringer, Justin Tanner, Dave Gober, a bunch of people.
Is it on what part?
Under my profile.
Okay. I'm not seeing
it. It's linked to my page, is what it's linked to my exit page for some reason. I don't, when I go to view my exit page, and then
it's because you got to set up on your profile. Go back to under your profile.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go to my profile. Scroll to the bottom.
Okay. But it's just in your picture.
Okay. Yeah,
I couldn't find one.
What's the word?
All right, I'll make sure I go in. Y'all send me an email to make sure that I uncheck everybody to make sure that there's no lenders assigned. So just send me a text message, Lori, and just say, hey, check all of us, make sure that the lender is disabled.
And 4073?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to be thoughtful about the content you put on social media. Do you go on Facebook to look for homes? Probably not. Put yourself in the shoes of others. They don't want to be bombarded with property listing after property listing. So let's take a look at it from a different perspective. To help you build a bank of post ideas, let's go through the 10-4-1 rule. For every 15 posts to social media accounts, 10 should be non-promotion, 4 soft promotion, and 1 promotional post. Click on each one to learn more. When posting a non non-promotional post, showcase that you're the area expert by promoting community events, great restaurants and bars, as well as highlighting local businesses. Post information on latest construction and development in your community. And also consider posting mortgage rates and market stats on homes and schools in your area. Anything that's not putting a hard sell on someone. When posting a non-promotional post, showcase that you're the area expert by promoting community events, great restaurants and bars, as well as highlighting local businesses. Post information on latest construction and development in your community. And also consider posting mortgage rates and market stats on homes and schools in your area. Anything that's not putting a hard sell on someone.
Okay, so you don't understand what that is. You don't want to always hard sell something. You want to give something of some value. Post about, new restaurants that are in our town. There's always a new restaurant coming up. Post recipes, you can come up with all sorts of different ideas on what you want to do. Just don't copy fringe. Don't go to something and copy and paste it in there because you'll get a lawsuit, okay? So just make sure it's an original post from you.
A soft promotion may seem a bit more tricky. It shouldn't be a hard sell to register for anything or promote a listing. Here's a good example to look at that acts as a client testimonial. It showcases a happy client with a raving review of their agent, but it's presented in a creative way. Another example here is to maybe sponsor a community team of some sort to get your brand and your name out there.
Okay, just so that you guys know also what's seeing this. Now, you'll see Tim Page do a lot of this stuff. He will promote softball teams and things like that. But as a company, as myself or Bob Land, we don't normally sponsor people's school events, teams. So if you get anyone calling you and asking, hey, will your company do that? No, we won't, okay? Because there's 115 agents. I can't possibly pay for all these sponsorships. So each agent is individually responsible. If you guys wanted to get your name out there and do a sponsorship, then you can pay the money to sponsor that. Just make sure they have the correct logo the way it's supposed to be, okay? You always have to have the logo and then your name, okay?
And it's a tax write-off, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
And lastly, a promotional post. It's just that, a promotion. It can be a promotion for a new listing, an open house, or just a link that directs them back to your website on a page for homes for sale in a popular neighborhood. Remember, don't just share listings, add content that is valuable and interesting to your social media followers. And if you are going to showcase a listing, find a fun way to do it. A great example would be Waterfront Wednesdays or $1 Million Mondays and more. This could be a weekly spotlight of a property fitting the theme.
Okay. So it's the 10, 4, and 1, okay? 10 of something of value, 4 is the soft promotion. You're promoting a softball team, baseball team, school events, whatever you're going to do. And 1 is an actual promotion about a listing. Now, it does not have to be your own listing. A lot of you guys don't already have listings. But if you want to promote a listing within our company, it's okay to do so. But you need to ask that agent if it's okay? Before you start posting it on your Facebook.
Please promote Lucky and Buy's new one, please. You have permission
You
right
gave
now.
permission.
Please promote it.
Becky will send you guys out the link to it or whatever, but make sure that it is it has to be the rule, it is a one-click link, okay? Which means that when they click on that, it's gonna go directly to our website, okay?
Now, can it go directly to our page?
Yes.
That's what you mean,
Yes,
okay,
correct.
okay.
In our Understanding Your Boomtown customer website course, we showed you the way that your customer website will generate leads for your team. You may also have an existing database of leads that you need have all those leads in one central location? Yeah, we think so too. That's why Boomtown offers easy lead importing tools to help you manage your leads from one central system. This helps you cut down on unnecessary time switching back and forth in multiple CRMs. This is going to allow you to focus more time on growing your real estate business. Click next and we will explore the 3 routes you will take to import your leads. Click each option to explore the different routes available to import your leads. Maybe you met a lead at your child's piano recital. Maybe your college buddy is moving into the area and reached out to you for help. You can easily add these one-offs into your Boomtown database, even if they aren't generated from your customer website. Here's how. From your left navigation menu, click on Add New Lead.
Everybody see that? Everybody there? Denise?
No, sorry.
No, I'm just making sure. I want you to make sure you're okay. That's what this class is for.
Okay, my friend here's taking care of it.
Well, good. That's good.
All right, we're there.
Okay.
A quick form will appear where you can enter the lead's information. Now, the only information required for import are first and last names, but you'll notice that you can add additional contact information, such as email address, and you can choose to send a welcome email by clicking this box. It's best practice to keep this box checked because it will automatically send an invitation to visit your website and give them their login credentials. And once they log in, they can always change their password. You can also add a phone number and address, as well as add a short description here, like maybe where you met the lead or any notes that might help you identify with this lead when you contact them.
And that will only be for you to see. So if you met them out at the ballpark or at the Boomtown 101, how to log into it.
Oh.
So you should be able to have this by now. But okay, well, oh yeah, that part will only be for you. So if you met that person, just to kind of jog your memory, you know, old friend from high school, saw at Kohl's, has 3 kids and getting ready to go to the beach. Just something that jogs your memory of who that person is and where you met them at. Okay.
Scrolling down to the bottom, you can see that the source is also a required piece of information. So the source, first and last name are required for import. This allows you to keep track of where the lead originated. You can click on the list and see the various options available and select the appropriate one. Now, if you are a broker admin, you will have the option to assign this lead to any agent on your team by selecting an agent from the dropdown. If you're an agent, you will not have this option. Next, decide if you would like to assign a lender from your team or leave it on no lender if you don't need to assign one to this.
Do you see that?
So
Are you
no
able to
lender,
change it
okay.
at that? Okay, everybody go in, change no lender. Put it to no lender. You can assign a lender to them verbally, or they can choose, or whatever.
Right.
But from the Boomtown standpoint, just always put no lender. We have some lenders that have teamed up with some of our teams, and they help pay for some of the offset for some of it. So that's where those lenders have come into play. So for you guys, it will always be no lender. So make sure you check that box.
Lead. Now you're ready to save by clicking Add Lead. This lead will then appear in your new category lead list, and they will have an account on your front-end website to use for their home search needs. Now, any search behaviors they perform on your front-end websites will be now tracked on their lead profile page.
You shouldn't have to do, like we talked about, that no lender. If I go in there and I don't, if I automatically not assign it to you guys, but just always double check it before you send it out.
Well, like mine, you know, my leads come in and most of the time there's a lender.
It's because I don't have that box checked.
Yeah.
So once I go in and I change it, then it should be that way, but always double check just to make sure that no lender's been assigned. and it might just automatically do it, and you have to check it every time. I don't know on that end.
Yeah,
So you
I
just
mean,
have
I'm
to-
looking
you
at
always
all of
double check
mine.
it, yeah.
And-
Once I go in and make sure everybody, I usually try to do that when I first set you up, but it's not always, but, I'll go in and change it, but if it tries to assign a lender, always just hit no lender, okay?
Pretty much all of my leads, no action has been taken by the lenders anyway.
Yeah, they're probably not, it's probably not being sent to them, but some lenders are pretty hot and heavy on it, so it can cause some confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait a minute.
Other online lead generation websites such as Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, and more can be added to your Boomtown account by completing a few simple steps. From your left side navigation menu, click on Tools, then click on Auto Import Leads.
Now, this is only if you guys are paying for outside leads through Trulia, Zillow, Realtor.com, any of those things. That's the only time you're gonna import those leads, and you might wanna have those, programs imported into Boomtown for you, so you're not having to automatically do that. So this probably won't apply to you guys now, but it could in the future.
Now, if you are a Zillow Premier agent, you can use the Boomtown Preferred Partner section to use the Tech Connect API tool. Just click on the Get Started button, and you will be given a unique key here. Copy the key, then log into your Zillow Premier account, and then paste it in the area they provide on their website. For all of their listed supported sources, the process is a bit different. Your first step should be to determine if the online source you want to see to your Boomtown account is supported. The full list is available right here. If the source is supported, click on the Get Started button and copy the unique key provided. You'll then want to click on the Boomtown Knowledge Base link for further instructions. If you have a large lead database to import, we know it's not a wise use of your time to import these manually one by one. To help you save time, a member of our support services team will work with you to get your database uploaded into your Boomtown CRM. To use this option, you will need to have more than 10 leads, but fewer than 1,000. If you have less than 10 leads, you can add these one at a time by using the Add Lead link in your left navigation menu. But if you're in the 10 to 1,000 lead tier, go to the left side navigation menu and scroll to Support. And then click on Help Portal.
That area too is also where you guys are gonna come when you see the support, and the drop-down menu comes up and it says training. Again, you'll click on the on-demand live training, and that's where you can go back and get the training that I taught you today and a whole bunch more, okay?
And in the search bar at the top here, search for bulk import leads. Be sure to read through this information so that you know what information is needed and in what format. At the bottom, you'll need to click on Complete Pre-Import Questionnaire and enter your email address and your Boomtown website that you want these leads to be imported to. Upload your file, and a member of our support services team will reach out to you. Importing your existing leads into your Boomtown CRM is a great way to help build a healthy pipeline for your future success. Make sure to download our Importing Leads guide here in the Resource tab and keep it as an important resource as you import your leads.
I have time for one more. Let's see.
When working your leads in your Boomtown CRM, you need to place them in various buckets depending on the customer's time frame to buy, location, price range, etc. To help you keep track of your leads throughout their entire life cycle, we've created 9 different categories to help sort through your database. Use these 9 categories to plan out your specific follow-up strategies to suit each type of lead. These follow-up strategies should be based on the category's needs and motivation. Click next to learn more about the categories and the recommendations for approaching each one. Feel free to access the Resource tab here and print the lead category guide. Have it handy when you're working through your own database. I promise, these categories will become second nature to you once you start using them on a regular basis. Also, download the leads lifecycle diagram so that you can gain a better understanding of the leads flow once they're in your Boomtown CRM.
I think you
Skip
click
right
on
through
it.
it. I did. I skipped right through it. I couldn't see from up here. Okay. Defining lead categories. You're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It's gonna be a new or qualified, nurture, watch, hot, archive, pending, or close, or trash them because you can't get any other information out of them. So we're gonna start with new.
Or if they kind of like, what is that, they walk out of, totally get out of all
Yes,
that
yes,
stuff,
unless they
you
unsubscribe.
can't-
Okay. So the defining the lead categories is all leads will automatically fall into your new category when they register on your consumer website. From there, it is up to you to move them to into another category. We recommend contacting new leads as soon as possible. Aim for 5-minute time frames from when they register on your site to increase your odds of qualifying that lead. Okay.
Feel free to access the Resource tab here and print the lead category guide. Have it handy when you're working through your own database. I promise, these categories will become second nature to you once you start using them on a regular basis. Also, download the leads lifecycle diagram so that you can gain a better understanding of the leads flow once they're in your Boomtown CRM.
This is Gina. Hey. I'm doing good. I do. I'm actually in a training class right now, and I just happened to answer my phone. Can I call you right back as soon as I get done? Okay, thank you. Bye. This should be able to. I don't think I just skipped it exactly. It should go over why you need to put each one in the separate lead category.
In this module, we will provide you scenarios that allow you to work with leads based on various real-life examples. You'll practice moving them into different categories as their needs change throughout the life cycle of the home buying process. Click next and I'll show you how this works. Now that you're a bit familiar with each category, let's put your knowledge to the test with these scenario-based activities. As you practice, keep in mind that you can use the glossary tab on the left-hand side, or you can click on the resource tab on the upper right-hand side to access the lead category guide. Complete the scenarios in any order, and you can complete as many scenarios as you like. Click next to get started. Here are the scenarios you will work with. When you're done, click the Done with Scenarios button at the bottom of the screen to end the course.
Okay. New lead. You call, and lucky you, the lead picks up on the first call.
That is lucky.
During your conversation, you learn that Jasmine and Marcus Patterson are newlyweds and they have been renting an apartment. Their lease is up in months, and instead of signing a new lease, they decided it was time to purchase their first home. What category will you put them in? So remember, they're gonna fall under new when they first come in. So are you gonna put them into qualify, nurture, watch, hard, hot, archive, pending, or close? Or are you gonna trash them?
I would say nurture just because they're first time home buyers.
Wrong.
I would say hot.
Okay, reason why, nurture is for leads that are 3 to 6 months away from the transaction. Sounds like the Pattersons want to move quicker than that. Give another shot.
And then hot.
Yes. The hot category is a great choice for the Pattersons. It seems like they are ready to commit to purchasing a house in the next few months. You definitely want to keep in contact with them and start lining up houses for them to see. Okay, you and the Pattersons have been on the search for the perfect home. And with much determination and multiple viewings, you find their dream home. Their offer was accepted and they are in contract. What category will you move the Pattersons into now?
Pending.
Pending.
You got it. Because they are in contract, the Pattersons should be in pending. Having them in this category also allows your broker, admin team, or lender to see what is coming down the pipeline. Remember, you still want to keep in close contact with the Pattersons as they need your support during this process. The Pattersons just signed their life away, at least that for the next 30 years. They have got the keys to their new home and they are excited about starting a new chapter. Great work. What chapter will you move the Pattersons to now?
Close.
Correct. Yes, because they have closed on the house. The closed category is where the Pattersons need to be. Continue to keep in touch with these leads through nice touch points like their one year anniversary of being their new homeowner. Building a relationship with your closed clients may bring you repeated referrals business.
I have a question. Is there a way to put like their new address and stuff in that system so we could like send them cards or whatever?
Yeah, you can go in and make notes in the
Okay.
system.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
And it will remind you.
You can
You
set
can
up on
set
the calendar.
reminders.
You can do, there's a to-do list, and you can do a to-do list, and you can sync that up with your
That's
Google
right,
Calendar.
that's right, just like if you wanted to call them a week or a month later, or 2 days. Okay.
Here we go. A new lead, you call and it's clear you have the right number, but you were not able to get a hold of the lead. You leave a message. What category do you put that lead in after your first attempt?
Qualify.
Yes. Because you made your first attempt to contact the lead, you have to move them out of the new category. They are no longer new. Since you have a valid number, but you have not made contact, and you don't know enough about the lead's motivation, needs, or wishes, the qualified category is the appropriate category. While this lead has been sitting in the qualified category, you have made several attempts to contact them, and finally you get a hold of Mr. Carey. After talking with Matt, you discover he will be retiring within a year and relocating to your area. Right now, he is just browsing for properties to see what is out there. What category will you move Matt into now?
Nurture.
Wait.
I think.
Or
Watch.
Several attempts watching.
Watch. The watch categories are for your longer term prospects, 6 months or more away from buying a home. Since Matt is looking to buy within a year, the watch category is perfect. 8 months have gone by, and Matt says his retirement date is coming up quick. He is looking to move to your area within the next 2 months. What category will you move Matt to then?
Hot.
Yep. Matt is now one of your hot leads. He is ready to buy within 90 days. Start showing him some properties and Let's find Matt a home for the next chapter. With an amazing skills, you found Matt the perfect home and he loves it. He puts in an offer and the sellers accept. What category do you move him to next?
Pending.
The pending categories are for agents who are under contract and waiting to close. This definitely sounds like Matt. Great choice. Make sure you're communicating with Matt during this process to ensure it goes smoothly. Woohoo! Matt signed his life away, at least the second half of his life since he's retiring. He has the keys and is moving in. Nice work. What category do you put him in then?
Close.
Close is correct.
I have a question. What category would you put someone in who, is working on their credit?
This might tell us in these little scenarios.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I know, but we'll see if you guys. New leads. You make your first attempt to call the lead and it is clear the lead's information is legit. You leave a message and contact information. What category will you move the lead to next? Qualified. Yes, you should always move new leads into qualified category after your first attempt to contact them. Okay? If their information is correct and you have not learned enough about their situation, this is a great choice. The lead calls back the next day, and after talking to them, you learn that Rothschilds are going to be empty nesters. It's January, and their New Year's resolution is to move, downsize when their last child graduates high school in June. They want to move right away after graduation is into a cottage by the beach. Okay, so it's January, and they want to move by June. So how many months is that? January, February, March,
5.
April, May, June, 6 months. So what category would you put them in? Nurture. Remember, they're about to move about 4 to 6 months away. So nurture is anybody that's looking from 3 to 6 months. Okay?
Of course, we have this little cheat sheet somewhere, right?
Yes, you do. In the resource. On where it says resources, it'll tell you what all that is. You've kept the communication lines open in the last couple of months with the effective touch points such as email, smart drips, text, and phone calls. In fact, you just got off the phone with them and they told you they are hoping to get into their next home within the next couple of months. What category would you move them to?
What?
Nope.
What?
Now is not time to watch the Rothschilds. You need to start aggressively looking for a home to show them so that they can make this move in their time frame. Remember, it's 2 months. So they're hot.
Yeah.
Because it takes 30 days to close a house.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need that 30 other days to look for a house for them. So it's going to be hot. The Rothschilds are hot on the trail to their next home. The category is where they need to be. At least it seems long 2 months, but you found the perfect cottage on the home. The beach, let's see, the seller accepted their offer and make sure you walk them through this process and answer any questions they might have. What are you going to put them in now?
Pending.
Because they're under contract. Okay. So yep, you're going to put them under pending. And then, of course, they closed on their cottage, and you're going to put them in close. Okay? Then we got our last people, the Young family. Mr. and Mrs. Young are talking at Valentine's Day bake sale at your children's school. She tells you her husband's decided to move closer to, she told you that her and her husband have decided to move closer to his work to minimize the daily commute. They are looking to move at the end of the school year in June and would like your help in finding their next home. So remember, this is February, and they're looking in June. So February, March, April, May, June. That's 5 months away. What category are you going to put them in? That's right, nurture. Because the clients are 3 to 6 months away. There are only a couple months left in the school year. Mr. and Mrs. Young tell you then they want to look at more houses because they need to make a decision soon. They want to make sure all their ducks are in a row and able to move by the end of June. What category would you move them into? What are you thinking? You're wanting to look at houses now?
Hot, hot.
Alright, yep, hot, because they're wanting to look at it right away. Working closely with the young family, finally paid off, you found the perfect home, their offer was accepted, and the kids are excited about the big backyard. You're gonna move them to what category now? They're under contract. They haven't
Convenient.
closed. Alright. And of course they close that day. What are you gonna do? Close them out. Alright. So that's the end of those scenarios. So it didn't give us that scenario. My thought process would be on that. If there's someone that's looking, they're ready to buy, they just need to get pre-qualified. I would still go ahead and make them hot, because if they're ready to buy and all we're waiting on is a pre-qualification from the lender, then make them hot so you're staying on top of them. If they're not ready yet, they got credit score issues, they're waiting on the lender, then I would nurture them, because it's gonna be at least 3 to 6 months, possibly. It just depends on how bad their credit is. Base it off the scenario that's going on, write notes in there, because you're the only one that gets those notes. Write the notes as to what's happening with that, and then set a to-do reminder to check back in to see where that person is at that time. Okay? Thank you.
In this course, I will introduce you to Lead Central, which will act as your hub for all your leads. It's important to have a firm understanding of the different lead categories and the recommendations for each type of lead, best fit for each one. If you haven't already, please take a look at the Defining the Lead Category module earlier in this course. In this course, I'm going to show you how to move your leads into different categories, as well as gain insight about your leads based on available data shown in various columns. Let's click next. Wherever you're at in the system, you can always go back to Lead Central by using your left side navigation bar and clicking on Lead Central. This is your central hub where your database is held. From here, you will be able to sort through all of your leads, making it easy for you to manage your business. Let's take a look at what you're seeing here. The most obvious thing is your list of leads, which will automatically be listed here every time you log in. This number will indicate how many leads are in the list you are looking at. You will be able to see 50 leads on one page at a time, and you will be able to move through your list of leads with the arrows here. You can sort through your entire database of leads by using this submenu here. You will have these default segments to help you narrow down your list, as well as being able to sort through your leads by category or type of leads. You can also use your advanced lead filter, which is a powerful tool that lends itself to an entire module of its own. As you can see, when I click on it, there's a list of additional filtering options to help you target your leads even further. Check out the Advanced Lead Filter module to learn more about how to leverage this tool to pull up a list of leads to prospect. Scrolling down further, you will be able to use these tags to pull up a list of leads with common characteristics. Now, the difference between your segment and tags is your leads are automatically entered in each of these segments at the top. As your situation changes, the system will move them into or out of a specific segment. You won't have to lift a finger. The system will automatically do this for you based on your behaviors on your front-end website and the actions you take in your CRM. These tags, however, are something you have to manually assign to each lead. One thing I want to point out is this area here is sticky. So what I mean by that is anytime that you have something selected in the submenu here, and then navigate to a different part of your system, and then go back to Lead Central, or if you log out of your Boomtown CRM altogether and log back in, your list will still be displayed. So always pay attention to the labels listed here at the top and the number of leads to determine exactly what you're looking at. Another way you can organize your leads is by assigning each one to a category based on the status of the lead. If you assign a lead to a category, it will not affect the category where the assigned lender has placed it. Access the resource tab here for a list of categories and their definition. When you need to change a lead category, there are a couple ways to do this. The first option is to do it right here from Lead Central in this column here.
That's your hot
By clicking
merger
on the
close.
first category. You'll then see a list of other categories to choose from. Select a category to move the lead into, and then voila, it's done. The second option is by going into the lead's profile. To get there, you can click on the lead's name from here. Below their name, you will see the lead's current category. Again, simply click on this and you will be able to move the lead into any other category listed here. Now, the lead's profile page that we're looking at here can be a very valuable tool, and we'll dive deeper into that in your lead's profile overview module. Notice you have multiple columns displayed here. You can choose which columns are hidden or displayed by clicking on this dropdown. Now you'll notice that the first 5 options are grayed out and pre-checked for you because Boomtown highly suggests that these columns are always displayed. Once your columns are selected, those settings will be saved for each time that you log in. You can also ascend or descend some of these columns. One feature I'd like to show you is the bulk action feature here. Now, if you pull up a group of leads, then select the leads within this group by clicking this button here and select all or all on this page, and then click on the bulk action button, you will be able to select any of these options here and take action with this entire group with one click of a button. Amazing, I know. If you don't have the leads selected and click the bulk action button, this feature will not be available, indicated by the options that are grayed out. Take a look at our bulk action course that will demonstrate how to use each one of these options. I also want to point out, if you are looking for a specific lead, you can simply type in their name, email, or phone number here in the search bar. One last area I haven't touched on is this area up here. You'll notice that you have several different icons, some with numbers affiliated to them. The first icon is a quick and easy way to check out the product notes we provide so that you can see the updated information regarding updates to our product. Next is a shortcut to your My Deals page. You can also get to this page from the left side navigation menu. And then you have the icon that will bring you to your to-dos. This one here displays messages, and next to that is our Now panel. And of course, your profile menu here. And that pretty much sums up your Lead Central. Now that you are a bit familiar with Lead Central, take some time to get to know this page. This is your main hub for all your leads. Get to know which columns ascend and descend so that you can use the data more efficiently. Take some time to click around on this page because you will be on this page every time you log into your CRM. And also, don't forget to click on a lead's name and check out the rest of the information provided on their profile.
Okay. Everybody kind of caught up and kind of know what to do. I think we're going to go ahead and just stop for today. I think that's enough information because I think everybody sometimes gets a little brain overloaded from all of this. I'll try to do, it'll have to be a Wednesday training. I'll do a continuation of this training. But feel free to go on it on your own, but you guys have fulfilled your requirements as far as showing up to do your Boomtown 101, but I highly encourage you to go on, do it on your own. If you just can't do it on your own and you need someone to just say, nope, you gotta show up to class, let me know, I'll set up another class and we'll do a continuation of the Boomtown 101. There's a lot of stuff that this will do. Again, you log on to your Boomtown, you go to your main page, you'll scroll over to the side, it's gonna say support. You'll click on support, another drop down menu will say training, and then you'll click on demand training, okay? And they also have live trainings. If you want to schedule yourself a live training with a trainer from Boomtown, they'll also do that too. But you guys, for the most part, know how to log in and get in there. But again, I can set up another class where it actually shows you what they're going to see on their side and how to break things up from there. I don't know if I can work it in this month. I don't know. I've got some other things going on. It might be next month before we get to finish the rest of this, but you guys have the majority of what you need to actually get started on Boomtown. Do y'all have any questions?
Do we put only clients in here or customers first, or just can we put like our whole database in here, or how does that work?
Well,
or it's only people who are interested.
Only people. I wouldn't just be putting it. You could, okay, you definitely could, but and if you wanted to just put them in maybe a watch or whatever, but it's not going to send out a drip campaign or anything like that. I would highly recommend right now use that strictly for that, but you can if you want to, and then you know who you got. Your leads are all under one branch, and you don't have to worry about anything else. I mean, you definitely could.
I just didn't know if there was a system to put all of our
and that's what this is. I mean, it's a contact management system, and you can most definitely.
Okay.
But you guys don't have the capability of doing the email campaigns or drip campaigns or anything like that. But you can put them in there and put notes, an acquaintance of a friend, Charlie Bow, whatever. And you can go ahead and use that as your contact management system. And that's perfectly fine. And then you can always touch base with them every now and again. Hey, just wanted to touch base with you. Hadn't talked to you in a while. I'm in real estate and just wanted to send you an email to let you know. Here's a link if you're ever interested, or if you're looking to buy or sell, feel free to click on here and register and contact me if I can do anything for you. Absolutely, you can do it that way.
The promo shop that we have, will they talk or no?
Don't think so. No. And Promo Shop has changed its version. And Greg is your best person to go to Promo Shop because he's really the only one. Him and Annette, I think, are the only two that use Promo Shop. Since they got rid of the Promo Shop free version that had a whole lot more things to it, I don't even use it anymore. But it does do some things. I mean, it's good. It's free to you guys. It's an exit tool. If you have any questions about it,
they have a paid version too.
Yes, but the Promo Shop Lite version that they used to give to all of us for free, you could do flyers. I mean, there were a lot of things that you could do from that. The paid version now you have to pay to do the flyers, and then you pay to do a mailing list and all that stuff. But if you guys have any questions on Promo Shop, you can always go to your Exit Resource Center, log on there, and go to your Promo Shop and do any of the health questions and contact them, okay, on Promo Shop.
Because Boomtown doesn't does Boomtown do the postcards and that's what they want to do?
No.
So the
Promo Shop does postcards,
okay,
but
so
Boomtown
it
does
just
not.
keeps your people in line.
Yes, it's a communication tool for you. You can email them, you can put them in, you can nurture them, you can watch them, you can hop them, you can pin them and close them, but it will not send postcards out. It's not that kind of thing. But Promo Shop you can export your leads out of Boomtown into Promo Shop. But I don't know how to do it. You'll have to contact Promo Shop. Okay? They'll be able to tell you that. Any other questions on this?
The Boomtown where you generate leads and we pay for that, is that a different class or is that just something, because I wanted to do that where you paid $120 a month and you get the leads.
We don't teach the round robin and how that works, just because it's exactly the same as how this works. It's just, you're paying to get leads instead of manually putting them in there or trying to drive traffic to your website on your own. The company drives those leads to you.
Okay.
Okay, so
How do we sign up for that?
you tell me, I'll sign you up, and then Christie will start charging you $120 a month on your agent bill each month. So if that's something you wanna do, then come see me and I can sign you up for it, just have to click on the button.
Okay. And then when they contact me, do they call me or do they put it all on Boomtown?
It'll be on Boomtown.
What happens
your
is,
text
it's,
message.
the only difference is that you're getting people from California or Florida or something, and they've typed in a search word, homes for sale in Murfreesboro. Exit website shows up. They get on there, they register. Whoever is on that lead rotation at that time is who's gonna get that lead. So if you're on that lead rotation that time, then you're gonna get that lead. As though you put them in the system yourself. It's gonna show up exactly the same, do the exact same thing. You're just paying for someone else to do the work for you to get a lead.
And does it pop up on a Google account or?
It depends on what you got set up for, like we did in the beginning. If you set it,
Like mine texts me, it sends an
Remember-
email.
People later, and it'll have people like now.
remember that's why we were doing what we were doing in the beginning, setting up everything. So anytime a lead registers, as long as you did what we did in the beginning of the steps, then you'll get either email, text,
Okay,
or
so
a
it won't be
phone
an
call.
email or
As
text
long
or-
as you set it up the way that we set it up in the beginning of this, you'll get responses, just like that.
So email and text and maybe Gmail, or email and text.
Whatever boxes you check, yeah, absolutely.
Gina, I'm hoping you can help me with this without, there's a part that seems like I'm missing and I'm not really sure. And it has to be really simple. Okay, I have myself, when I go to sign in,
That's because you're not on your back end page, you're on the front end page. Yes, that's the customer's page.
okay, so if I go on this page,
There you are.
that's online.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna see.
This
The other one was it took you directly to your website, yeah. So that's the customer.
And then you'll mark it, bad phone number, wrong number, disconnected number, or whatever. But
Yeah.
sometimes you get a good number and you talk to them and you see what they're looking at and you
Yeah.
can see when they're on there.
Again, I highly recommend, until I can get to that class again, go to the support system, go to the training module,
Yeah.
and it start off where I left off at. And then it's gonna teach you everything. Okay? Normally I try to go through all that, but everybody's got this I'm bored blank stare on their face now, so I stop when I get to that point because it's just useless.
It's a lot of information.
Wanted to,
It is.
I work with him quite a
It
bit.
is, and I'm not tech
with clients.
savvy, so it's
He's
like,
wanting to
I'm
do breakfast.
Okay.
He came in.
I'll keep his card, but keep his card. Have him call me.
Yeah, I told him to call
Yeah,
him.
Okay.
I guess when you come by this morning.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
somehow the.
No, he came to see me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he came to see me this morning.
Yeah, just have him call me and I'll try to get him on the schedule. I think I've got some availability in September, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But if not,
I just knew you'd sent that
I do.
email and
I
I've
need
been
people
trying.
all the time.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell.
And if you run across somebody that's not on your,
I didn't do that.
Also,
She did.
Well, I have one.
She did the whole thing, so. When I look it up, it just looks.
It's Mr. Young. I gotta answer this, I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
I know.
Hello? Yes, sir. How are you, Mr. Young? How are you?
I'm sorry I missed you this morning. I was out and about early. And you must have been taking that baby to school.
When she starts giving me leave, I wanna do that, 'cause I don't have leave.
I figured that. I figured that's where you was.
Call somebody and like your phone because I know.
That's awesome.
You're the next one.
Everything that I've got, I'll I'll change out that email address and just, let the little know.
They see you, so they see what, they'll look in whatever, and then all of a sudden you block them and say, okay, you got registered.
Yes.
And they register, they'll give you.
I'm telling you, I had to take mine this morning, and I'm telling you, I do have never got there. And then getting back to your house, it was like, oh my gosh, I sat there at that one red light at the VA for like 15 minutes.
Oh, you're gonna write?
I'm telling you, I've never seen like the cars in my home.
And the address here.